What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital. And yes, we are back for another episode of the Premier League review show. I am joined with Seba once again. What's going on?
Back for another week.
Another week. Back for another week. I don't know where you guys were last week.
Last week was another week off.
Another day off, yeah? International break.
Yeah, that's it.
Another international week for the boys. But look, we had another week gone by. This round was at 25, I think it was, game week 25. And there was a lot of... Looking at some of the fixtures, some big games there.
There was.
And some big results as well coming in. And, you know, as the 2021 season continues, more surprising results
You can't pick
every single week. But, look, we'll start off... Where should we start? We'll start off with Chelsea.
Yeah, start with Chelsea.
We'll start off with Chelsea and Southampton or Southampton-Chelsea.
What would be your thoughts going into this game? Both teams opposite kind of momentum.
Yeah, Southampton started off well. They've dropped off a lot in the last 10 weeks, let's just say.
It's been now 10.
10 games, yeah, that's right. Sure. And they've dropped almost to 13th there. So, but at the same time, even though their form hasn't been the best, I still think they have the players. Like in some of the games that they've dropped points in, they've actually played well. So it's not like they've been, except that Man United game, except for that one. But
irrespective of that, 10 games without a win.
Yeah,
that's awful. That's got to be the worst form in the league. So like at the moment,
yes, it probably is. Yeah, you're right.
Has to be.
They went still, like you're still going into some of their games. You wouldn't think that it's a walkover. Like teams that have Southampton wouldn't be like, oh yeah, it's an easy 3 points. If we look at,
but you also want to play them now.
You're right. Yeah. So the last couple of games,
that 4 losses straight until Chelsea.
Yeah. Probably more before that.
Yeah.
And they've dropped to 13th.
They're not even safe anymore.
But you know what? Like going into this game, I always thought, yeah, they could get a result.
Okay.
They could get a result here. Obviously getting the draw. Maybe they wanted the win at home. Maybe could have got the win as well. But
it is a good result for them.
It is, yeah.
Let's be honest.
If they got Leeds next, so if they use this momentum, this game against Chelsea. With Chelsea, we know they've sacked Lampard. They haven't lost since Tuchel's come in. Mm-hmm. Maybe that honeymoon period, new manager bounce, like they want to call it. So that could going into their Leeds game, it could be a
must
good result.
It's
a
must
good result
win
for them. Yeah.
They win that, they go back to 11th,
depending on the other results as well. Yeah.
Well, no, they got a game in hand.
They got a game in hand to like Arsenal.
But Leeds is above them, so they can leapfrog them in this next game.
Yeah.
If I was them, I'd be confident. I reckon they could.
No, they got the players. They got the players
Definitely.
too. Especially, I think they got some injuries and some suspensions coming back in, so that's going to help. But with Chelsea, to be honest opinion on Chelsea, I have not seen much difference to when Lampard was here. Honestly, dead set. If Lampard was here, if I'm looking at the results, you could even say Lampard wins. Has maybe more similar results. Maybe not more comfortable. I'm just saying most of these results Lampard would have probably got. Win against sorry, let me go here. Win against Burnley, you expect that. Spurs, that's been a different one. I think was it a penalty here? I think that Jorginho penalty. I think they won by.
Yeah, maybe.
If we have a look, but then the next was that Jorginho penalty, that 1-0. The other game was Sheffield. You expect them to win. And then Newcastle who have not been in great form either. So, to me, and even, all right, besides the results, even though I think Lampard could have probably got the same results here, what's Tuchel done? All right, I know he's only been here for a handful of games, but he hasn't really improved the whole Timo Werner situation, Kai Havertz situation. Not really. Timo Werner...
Is he injured? Because he wasn't even on the bench last night or the other night.
Probably, but all right, Timo Werner, he's been playing every game. He's finally scored a goal, but still, you still see them misses from him. You still see them in front of goal, poor decisions. So he hasn't really fixed that. Ziyech now, apparently there's rumours that he's going to leave. So what's going on here?
That's crazy.
Tammy Abraham he scored a few goals. I know he just got injured.
Yeah.
They're still leaking a few goals here and there.
But their defense has gotten better though. Like overall, I'm pretty sure since Lampard has gone, they only copped like 1 or 2. Let's see, in the last 5, what is it? They copped.
Well,
just 2 goals. One there, 0 there, and then one last this weekend.
Yeah, but
5
like,
games.
yeah, but
That's pretty good,
still, like against them teams, like
Next game.
really they don't have some of the teams that they did play.
Yeah,
They don't
it's a lucky run of form.
I don't think Harry Kane played in that game. Burnley, they don't really got like a striker. Newcastle has Andy Carroll, but he's not the same Andy Carroll. I think Wilson might have been injured because he didn't play against United in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just don't think. I know they've at the end of the day, it's the 3 points.
Yeah, win's a win.
At the end of the day, it's the 3 points. But to me, if you look at, we all look at performances and we all look at the styles and tactics and all that. I haven't really seen much as of yet.
That's fair. Look,
as of yet,
I think he's actually still experimenting a little bit because he's picking different players to Lampard, like especially in the back.
I know, but then
his
like
intensity as well is a bit more than Lampard's. Like you saw him bring on Hudson-Odoi at halftime, and then
but then he's taking him off
later.
20 minutes later.
But that's what I'm saying. He's a bit more ruthless, and maybe that's what the players are reacting to a bit more. But he said, I do like how he talks. I mean, he said about Hudson-Odoi, like it's happened, and tomorrow it's behind us. And you like to think that maybe that's how Hudson-Odoi would react.
Yeah.
It might light a spark in him. He's just, I think he's a bit more of a manager, let's just say, than Frank Lampard is.
He's a bit more experienced. He's won a lot of trophies as well.
Yeah.
But still, in saying that, look, we still haven't really seen. You can't judge him on just like
early.
5 or 6 games.
100%.
But as of yet, I haven't really seen what he's done that Lampard really. He has to me, he hasn't changed much.
Okay.
Coming into this team,
we'll see.
At the end of the day,
their first big game coming up
next. At the end of the day, they're what, only like 3 points.
Two behind.
Champions League. three to get in front into top 4. So that's not too bad from where they were.
Exactly.
From where they were.
They were down to 9th, where Tottenham is now.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the Southampton goal. What a goal by Minamino. He's made the keeper and the centre back look so silly.
And then an outside foot finish.
Right down the middle of the goal.
And look,
what a goal.
This, like we speak about, even if we mention Jesse Lingard as well, he's been killing it at West Ham, and we'll touch on them a bit later. But you can see maybe some systems or some styles don't suit certain players. You know what I mean? Like Minamino has gone there, 2 goals, 2 weeks. He's been playing well.
He's been playing.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So they need a bit of game time. And look, if he keeps that up, Liverpool will have a good player in next year because he's got that now Premier League experience.
Watch them sell him straight away. They don't even give him back.
Well, they only bought him for like what, 2 mil, if that.
Yeah.
So like, if they make any money on him,
it'd be worth 10. 10 at least.
Yeah. So they can make +8. Not bad.
So they can sign.
So they can get no one. So they can sign no one.
Won a game all year.
Yeah. But look, that's Southampton and Chelsea.
Yeah,
Chelsea making, at the end of the day, getting the points, getting results, which is the only thing that matters at the moment.
But
because
you definitely consider that points lost, points dropped, I should say.
Yeah,
against Southampton.
Against Southampton, just because of the form and all that. Right. You're right. Yeah, it is points dropped. But let's go back to.
So I just saw Liverpool's last 5. That's disgusting.
That's beautiful.
4 straight losses.
That's beautiful. But
that's crazy.
But look, we'll go to West Ham since we touched on them a little bit. They're the best team in London.
Actually, no, you know what? They are.
You can't argue with that.
That's not even funny, sorry.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they are the best team in London. They're sitting 4th with Moisey. How has this guy...
COVID's just helped West Ham.
That working... Remember when he was working from home for a little bit?
Yeah.
That's what he needed.
Kick back, sleep in. Don't have to get dressed.
No, don't have to do any of that, you know? So he's saved up a bit of energy, and now he's gonna go this weekend and do one on Pep Guardiola.
Imagine. But that's what Lingard will be up for.
Yeah,
Lingard will
that's the game for Lingard to bag a hat trick.
And he's playing a little. So obviously Lingard hasn't played much at all this whole season, and before that as well. Like pretty much Solskjaer's run, he hasn't really been a player.
He was injured for it. Then he had the whole kind of
the personal stuff
in his
But just the way that they're playing him, he's like the attacking number 10.
He's a 10, and this is the thing in the United squad. You're not going to get in. You're not like,
and you can understand that, right?
Yeah, you can, and you can't even like. Look, you guys used to give me stick. Oh, your boy Jesse Lingard. Yeah, look, I have an agenda where I maybe favourite him a bit more over other players, just because I like his character, I like the person he is, right? And he replied on like Insta and all that. Shout out, gave me a free mask.
Subscribe, bro.
Subscribe. But And maybe I got a little bit of a soft spot for him. But at the end of the day, you guys are all right. He's maybe not the right, like, can you fit him in? Even
it's the caliber, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, where's he going to... I look at it, even the Europa League games now, it's like, you want to try fit in players like Donny van der Beek in if he's fit. And then you want to get in some of the other players as well. And then does Jesse Lingard come into the squad at all? You look at our cup games. Our cup games, we're getting up against like your Chelseas, your West Hams, which are Premier League teams, your Leicesters and all that, Evertons. So is Jesse Lingard going to fit into the squad? Maybe if he gets a run, I still believe we're going to sell him at the end anyways.
The fact is we haven't missed him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know.
Yeah, but you know what? One thing I have to say is all the people that were hating on Lingard when he was at United, sell him, get rid of him, and the whole agenda on he's a youth player, he's a prospect. Like you're using your own, like what the rivals say to us. You're saying that about our own players, and now
we've been infiltrated.
the same people that were saying that about him are congratulating him now. Oh, well done, yeah, Lingard is back. Shut the fuck up, seriously. I do not want to hear it. Yeah, I do not want, because instead of looking at the bigger picture, when he did have the problems with his family and when his mum wasn't
the compassion, having some.
No, you guys ripped into him. He played. What's he only good at? The press, and he's only good at that. Well, look, he turned Jack Grealish the other week inside out.
Yeah,
like a Beyblade.
I will say this though, like in that game against Tottenham, he honestly didn't do too much. But if your impact is a goal, then that's it. That's good enough for me personally. But throughout the play, I didn't see much from him like yesterday. He's been having good games, but like in specifically against Spurs, there was not much there from him. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
good goal, good finish.
I
good
get
run.
it, but he does. He makes the runs and puts the other when they're off the ball. So when West Ham are off the ball, he works hard on. And look at the work he did to get that goal.
Yeah, great goal.
He's taken it down like he's applied. I think left foot. Yeah,
not bad.
He applied the pressure and he ended up getting the goal. So good on him, man. Good on to Jesse Lingard.
What are your thoughts on the celebration? Like
which one? The second one? Because
this
the Wakanda
full
hammer.
Oh,
Wakanda. But now he can use the Wakanda as the hammers. Yeah. So he's got two celebrations there. But
I really
and then
see him.
You know what's good though? It was funny how for some reason he went to VAR and they were checking for. It was like to see if the other player. I think
4 hours, but he didn't
touch it. It wasn't even involved in the play. So they ended up giving the goal and they did a little banjo, mate. Bit of drums,
he got two
on the flute, on the dance floor, bro. The dance floor is back at the London Stadium. But look good on West Ham, and then what's happening with Spurs? Talk to me, man, because we were sitting here 2 months ago.
We're gonna scroll down.
Yeah, they're not even in the top. Oh, they are. They just made the cutoff. Like a couple videos ago, man. Like we're sitting here saying, "Oh, Spurs, are they the real deal? Just equal first with Liverpool." And now
not even Mourinho can save that.
Yeah, but is Mourinho the problem?
No.
Does Mourinho have to save himself from himself?
Oh well.
Because to me,
look, yesterday he ended up putting on. He had the front four. It was Harry Kane, Son, Bale, and Dele Alli. How could that not work? And
that's the thing. Is it already too far gone? Well, that's what I mean. Like, is it too far gone in the terms of?
I think that
they've lost. They don't trust in him anymore, because definitely Dele Alli. Like you can put Dele Alli on, but he's hit him the whole season. He's left him on the bench.
Yeah.
And then when he wanted his move to PSG, when Poch wanted him, he didn't even let that go through. Even if it's on loan, at least give him some game time.
But you think that Dele Alli won't come on and try to earn his spot back, or what? You think he's just like, fuck this?
Look, I don't really fall into that idea that players go on the field and not want to try. Or like, to me, I can't understand that. I can't understand players going onto the field. I'm like, you know what, we're gonna like.
I'll show him, but the wrong way.
Yeah, the wrong way. Yeah, I can't really see that. Maybe like if the ball's down, oh fuck, I'm not gonna make the run. Maybe them, but to literally go out and be like, I'm not gonna put in my best foot because of that. I don't like the manager. I really find that hard to grasp. But
but you know, if there's someone that's gonna do that, you would think it would be Dele Alli with his attitude. I think he likes to be a bit of a smart ass. But like, not that that's a smart ass thing to do. But I don't
know. In the documentary, it didn't seem like that though.
You reckon? He's always got a cheeky
but that's
grin and like.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like a smart ass in a negative way. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, and when Mourinho first came in, he was killing it. He was scoring. I remember that goal he scored against United after the break or before, sorry. And then like he was killing it for a couple of games, and then after the restart, he kind of just faded him out. And you saw in that documentary where he was talking about how, Dele's a shit trainer. Like, all right, from day one, you already had it on him.
Yeah.
And Mourinho does it everywhere he goes. He had it with Pogba at United.
He goes for the strongest personalities in the change room. You notice that?
Yeah.
Everywhere he
I
goes.
don't know if it was Hazard, but it might have been Hazard at Chelsea as well. And then when you start losing like the dressing room kind of, especially when you got the big personality players like Pogba, where like you look at players like Luke Shaw and they talk about in interviews, they always mention, who does everyone look up to, and everyone keeps saying Pogba, right? And then when probably the main player loses faith in the manager, some of the players that are good friends with him are gonna follow suit. That's right. But even with Bale, man, like Bale, I think it's maybe a two-way street there. I think he wasn't a player that Mourinho wanted. I think Daniel Levy wanted him as like a marketing signing. Hasn't worked out, to be honest. Especially with no fans being at the stadium to see him even in a Tottenham shirt.
But yeah, Bale needs some love, man, from the fans. He needs because I think he deserves it too, because he, up until a certain point at Real Madrid, gave his all. And then the fans would just hated him. And then now he's gone so far gone the other way.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. But at the same time, it's like sometimes I watch him play and I'm like, does he even want to be here? I see him on the bench every now and then, and he's like, I know it's cold and all that. All these, but when you're versing that Marine team from like non-league and you can't do anything against them, where you're just walking on the field, and I get it. It's a team that you can do that against, and you're gonna win 4-0 anyways. But let's have a bit of fun. Let's put on a bit of a show for the people. I know that there wasn't allowed to be fans, but because it's like a local ground, everyone's watching it from their houses. Put on a bit, you know what I mean? Like
from the car.
Yeah, from their own house. The guy's having a cup of tea and Gareth Bale's is giving him the thumbs up. That's hectic. Put on a show.
But you know, he sees the funny side of that too. Like,
yeah, I get it. But then, like, bro, play.
Yeah.
When you do play, it looks like you're not interested.
I'll defend him.
Against Fulham, where I think it was against Fulham, where he went into the box. He could have made it 2-0. He took on to some players and he tripped over a missed shot.
Yeah.
Like, that's not you. I know he had I know he had a good chance, hit the bar.
But it wasn't just that. Look, in this game, he came off the bench and he lifted the whole team. He had a positive impact for probably the first time this season.
Yeah, but then again, it's like you're down. You're losing 2-0. You got to get a lift somewhere. If you're not inspired by anything, like being 2-0 down should be like, all right, we got to get our act together, try to get this back, because you guys were 3-0 down. You guys were 3-0 up to West Ham in the first game. They played them and West Ham came back 3-0. So being down by 2 shouldn't be a big deal, especially when you got, like you said, Kane, Son, Bale.
Yeah, but those players were there before Bale came on the field, and there was nothing there. It took Bale to come on for them to actually have some impetus and some desire, and he really did give them that. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just wasn't enough.
I get it.
He played well. He played well this game.
I just don't think they have the depth, man.
Nah, man, it's embedded in the club logo. I promise you, that thing weighs heavy on that club. You Spurs.
Spursy.
They can't do it.
They're just bottle jobs, and they're like.
They really
like
are.
You look
they
at
really
one
are.
win in the last 5.
That's
if
bad.
you look at it, and they only win West
Brom.
Which you kind of
Who'd
expect.
Who'd they lose? Yeah,
Brighton lost to Brighton. Chelsea,
fair enough. City, fair enough.
Yeah, but you can't say it's not fair enough to Chelsea. You should be beating Chelsea. Chelsea had a new manager comes in. You're at home.
But we talk about
and you gave away. Yeah, but you gave away a penalty, bro. It's not like Chelsea were that much better.
Yeah, but
all right, City like ran rings. Really, City could have made it more. But like still, you show us a bit of fight against West Ham, against Brighton, Fulham, and then man, you gotta be winning them games.
You do.
But
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree. But let them keep falling. Who cares?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a question for the Spurs supporters, man. Have you had enough? Like with Mourinho, I don't know. It's probably very hard to sack him, because if you sack him, it's not just them who you got to pay this guy out. This guy's going to cost you 30 million. You might as well just like give him the money to buy. Look, we all know Mourinho needs players. If you're not going to back him in the transfer window, there's no point of even getting him in the first place. You know, though.
But with that squad, he should be doing better than this.
He should be doing better.
They got a good
100% he should be doing better. But like when you got, and we said it for years, we said it like when Harry Kane gets injured, when he gets injured, because he gets injured every year, who are you going to put in? How many players have they had fill in up front for him? It hasn't worked. Vinicius comes. Sometimes he doesn't even put on Vinicius.
It's like they buy players for like for a 3-game spell.
Yeah.
Like, and then you've played your games now. Like you go on, you're banished from the first team because they've actually got a big squad. You don't see half of them.
Yeah,
you really don't.
I don't get it.
It's a strange one, but anyway.
But is a Mourinho out or is a Mourinho in? Are we still patient? Are we still patient?
Know what they think. I don't know what the fans are saying about the state of their club right now. But Daniel Levy might look a bit silly getting rid of Poch now. You know.
Yeah, well, Poch they just beat Barca 4-1, was it?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but Barca's a bit of a shambles at the moment too.
Yeah. Excuses.
Well,
but look, move on.
Injuries.
Centre back PK and Puyol still there. Puyol still there, bro. Doesn't got no legs. Mascherano and Alonso.
Pep Guardiola's back there.
Yeah, but look, guys, we also had another big game, if you really want to call it that, or two big teams in Arsenal and Manchester City.
It's a big game.
It is a big game, yeah. It should be a big game. Maybe not. The table doesn't say that. Yeah. But Arsenal at home, 1-0 down. 1-0 losing to City.
Straight away,
2 minutes in, it's like Man United and Arsenal have something like call each other up. They make sure a minute or so in, we just concede.
Yeah,
just give him a head start from the beginning of the game.
Make sure you don't defend the header.
Just the shortest guy in the field, let him grab a header.
Yeah. But we talked about it before. What was Rob Holding doing? What's he looking at? What 1 win in 5 for Arsenal. Have a hand on. Do this. Like, how is everyone not doing? At least the grab of the shirt. Keep him down. It's Sterling, bro.
And he got up for the header. Like, to be honest, like we know what Mahrez is a one-trick pony. He's gonna switch it. He's gonna fake it with the right, cut it in, and whip it in. We know every game he does that.
Yeah.
Every game, and not like it's
Why
like.
Can't they stop him,
bro? You know what it is? I feel like usually last season it was Liverpool. The season before was Man City. When teams verse them, they turn into like
donkeys, bro.
It's like their first day playing. But like, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna cut it back, and like Salah now, like people can G him up. But that's all he does. He's gonna cut it. He's gonna cut it to. I've got some wildlife.
Lizard, sorry.
Yeah, blue tongues.
Wait.
Is he in?
What are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts about Mahrez? But
I stopped him.
Sorry.
But we know what he's gonna do. You gotta stop them. You gotta stop them crosses early. Look, to be honest, even at 1-0, you saw just a reaction by even like you look at City's defense. It looked like, oh, you know what, today it doesn't look like we're gonna get the rub of the green up front. It looks like we're not gonna score today. It's one of them days. Let's be solid. If we're solid, it's all good.
Yeah.
You saw every time they went over to Pep, he was just kicking back. He was just kicking. Pep
was that disrespect to Arsenal?
Pep was just kicking back. So just kicking back and like, yeah, we got this game. Maybe it is. Every time they made a mistake, he looked calm, he looked cool.
Yeah, no biggie.
No big deal for Pep Guardiola, Manchester City. They're 10 points now clear.
That's a lot of points.
Is that job done really? I mean, they got West Ham next. Is that gonna be a big game? Is that gonna be a difficult one for them? It just looks like they versed the last couple of weeks that they versed like Spurs. I think Arsenal, they played someone else. Everton, and just cruise. Look at this. Look at their run. The last, all right, Burnley, whatever. Liverpool 4-1 at Anfield.
Smack Tottenham.
Smacked Everton, and then a 1-0.
1-0 to the shittest one of all.
And they didn't play midweek, yeah? City playing Champions League this week, I think. So it's like, these are the things with City, man. It's like in cruise control.
100%.
Cruise control. And now it doesn't look like, I mean, they've only conceded 15 goals, scored 50. It's not bad. Hey, United have scored more. Yeah, not bad. What's happening? But look, they're 15 goals conceded. But at the end of the day, it's that last stat that matters, the 59 points. And then when you look at like Arsenal are still on 34. So you haven't even got the magical 40 points to stay up yet. Arsenal,
Nothing
Spurs still haven't got the magical 40 points. Liverpool, you're on 40 points, which means you're safe from getting relegated. Congratulations. Everton as well. Everton 40 points, safe from relegation. But yeah, some other teams looking like you're in big trouble.
11.
Because Fulham's coming. Fulham's coming back.
Who's above? Go back down. I want to see who's above Fulham. Newcastle. 3 points. Man, I still remember at the beginning of the season thinking Fulham's all right this year.
They do play all right. They just don't get the results. I mean, look, they got so many draws, like 10 draws this season, bro. Like, you know what I mean? 4 wins, 8 draws, 11 losses. But then here you got like 3 wins, and one of them, I can't even stand Sheffield. But,
2 wins. Anyways.
But yeah, let's move on to the next match.
So speaking of Fulham, they actually had to verse
1-0.
their 1-0 to
Sheffield United
at the bottom of the table. So it was a bit of a relegation scrap there.
Yeah, so
You'd think that's virtually a 6-pointer. Separate.
You say, yeah, really, they really. I think Sheffield are already gone.
Sheffield are gone, but Fulham, you have to.
They have a chance. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I think bit of controversy at the end. I believe Sheffield could have got a penalty. Maybe should have got a penalty. Very similar to the whole Van Dijk and Everton situation in the first game they played each other. Keepers come out and taken out the player, and I don't know what they're looking at. Sometimes some of these VAR decisions, man, like you're looking at clear and obvious, but sometimes it is clear and obvious, and it's like, to me, should have been a penalty. Then you look at some penalties, and all, like a couple of weeks ago when they gave that Luiz red card and penalty, like against Wolves,
it's boggling.
It barely touched him. It's like if you go for the ball and take him down, you don't get a red card, but it's still a penalty. But if you don't go for the ball, take him down, it's a red card. I don't get it. I don't get it how these rules work, and even with the whole offsides, man, these days it's just unbelievable. But look, for Fulham and these guys, then they needed the 3 points at the end of the day. That's, I think, all that mattered for them. 3 points is 3 points, no matter how you get it.
They're still doing it without starting Mitrovic.
Mitrovic this season hasn't.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know why Parker doesn't fancy him.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know what the go is. Let's see this starting. Where are we? Let's see this lineup.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't play.
Marja. Did he even come on? He's not on the bench.
He's not even on the bench. So
they've actually got.
Are you sure he's not?
No, he's not. He's not on. He's not in the team. Must be injured. Well, maybe not.
But still, even when he's not injured or he's on the bench, sometimes he doesn't even come on at all. So even when they need a goal, sometimes they're a goal down and all that, and they doesn't want to start him at all. So
and let's talk about Sheffield for a second. If you want to go back to the lineup there, they've actually got a stronger team than last year on paper, minus the goalkeeper, of course. How could it have gone so wrong for them? They've actually kept faith in the manager. They haven't sacked him, right? He's still there.
You know what I think it is?
What is happening?
I believe, like I don't know if it's not excuses, but I think the fans not being there is a big part.
Yeah, actually,
in my opinion.
Yep.
There was something about going to Sheffield and playing them, and they made it difficult. You look at their results at home last season, you just could not beat them. I think so. A lot of United went there, they had a draw. I think they beat the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea. I think they beat a lot of good teams, the Wolves and Leicester's and all that. They had a good run at home. Once we came back from the restart, it just all went downhill. So it's you can't really just purely base it on there's no fans, so therefore you're not winning. But there's obviously something else. Like I think the thing that was working for them last year was that they're overlapping centre backs, the way they'll just peel around the back, and that's why you got like Lundstrom getting a lot of goals and assists last season, where this year hardly been scoring, hardly ever assisting.
Not happening.
And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was like the momentum. They just thought, you know what? Yeah, what we did last year, we're gonna do the same thing this season.
Doesn't work,
and it doesn't work like that. And that's what I mean. Sometimes if you don't keep the same momentum, you go down.
Could it be time to
the manager? I don't really think so. I think he's done. I think he's doing good.
But they're going back down, man.
But that's what it is. Like teams like Sheffield and all that. Are you expected to stay up? Obviously the goal is to stay up every year, every season. The goal is to stay up in the Premier League. But
that squad is not worse than any other team. I think they're actually stronger than Fulham on paper. I really do. Yeah,
but that's why they're in roughly in the same position. They're both in the relegation zone. Yeah. And you look at literally besides Leeds, Fulham and West Brom both came up. Do you know what I mean? And Leeds have kind of dropped off as well this season. Yeah, so are Sheffield better than Newcastle? Better than Brighton? Better than Burnley?
I think better than Burnley.
You reckon player by player?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I
again,
don't think
Burnley's
so.
another team that kind of relies on their fans as well. It's tough. It's not fair, but at the same time, it's not good enough to like you said. That's not an excuse to not.
It's not, but
to not perform. Like,
that's right.
no one's got fans. It's not just you guys.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. But some of these results, in my opinion, like Liverpool, if Liverpool have fans at home, they don't lose 4 games in a row at home. They just don't, bro.
Yeah,
they just don't. Like the fans sometimes get you over the line. Like we don't draw that game to Everton last minute if we have fans there, because the fans spur you on. Maybe we don't even concede the 2 goals to get it back to 2-2. I know we've in the past, but having fans there, it's a completely different ball game.
It is, but we've had our worst home form in ever, right? This season. And look at us on the table.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, you're right. So maybe we do need the fans to fucking lift us up and go.
Maybe that's the difference between 10 points and.
That's what I mean, bro. That's what I mean. Like City are 10 points clear because that's for them. It's normal to have no one there anyway. So
they might have more people.
They have an advantage all year up against everyone. That's why they're winning it this season. Do you know what I mean?
They investigate the cause of this COVID.
Yeah.
This
oil money. This oil money. Like, why is the vaccines late here? Get them in.
See the payslips going to Wuhan.
Some transactions here. We gotta suss it out.
Oh, no.
But look, fans do make a impact in the game, of course, 100%. It's not the reason why they lost, but
you know what's funny?
It is what it is.
I don't know who it is, but like someone's got these posters in the stadium saying that football is nothing without the fans. Like literally, the game's being played without fans. Like it's not necessarily true, is it? Like.
Yeah, but it is and it isn't, because like without the fans, really, look at financial wise, of course, because we feed the fucking pockets, but
but like, I mean, look, we got Cavani in a world without fans, and we're paying him like 200k a week. Fucking, it's a lot of money, more than that, you reckon?
No, I said not bad.
Oh, not bad. Yeah. But
I don't think.
Personally
I thought it was less. But anyway.
I personally enjoy watching the games now. Like I know you can still hear the crowd, but you can hear the players so much clearer, and it's just so interesting. You didn't get that
There
experience.
was one in the Champions League with Barcelona. PK was telling Griezmann the way he was just swearing at him
against Paris.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, bro, he would have had the shit.
Yeah, it was burning. He got a shit, some shit ball. They gave away a corner, and he's like losing it. He's like, well, why am I doing all the work?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can.
What PK doing all the work?
Yeah, he's like, I'm
captain, and
but he's tracking. He's tracking areas. He's like, all right, Griezmann's telling him to calm down. He's like, we can't. What can we do?
Well, Griezmann's not one to talk at the moment. He's not.
Yeah, he hasn't really been the best there, but
whatever. Anyways.
But look, we had some other results like Burnley, West Brom 0-0.
Pretty stiff.
Yeah, Wolves and Leeds 1-0.
Good result for Leeds.
Good result.
For Wolves.
Yeah, for Wolves was a good result. Couldn't gone both ways. Either way, sorry.
Surprised Leeds didn't cop 4.
Yeah,
standard.
And still, last week they lost 4-2 to Arsenal. They lose again, and for some reason, I do not understand. They still praise Leeds. Oh, Leeds, but they're fantastic.
Nah, it's bullshit.
Bielsa.
It's
bullshit. Bro, shut the fuck
it's
up.
It's 100% bullshit.
You are praising this guy. They're losing. They're coming 13th, 14th, and you guys are praising him like they're if you ever had a second team, it's Leeds. Why, bro? Tell me why everyone's talking about Leeds like there's something. Oh, they're fantastic to watch. What do you mean? What's so great about them?
Imagine they sacked the manager.
I do not get what is so great about this Leeds team.
It's super average.
You're losing, and then
but it's exciting, but it's not a good thing.
I've seen other games that are exciting too.
No, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. As a Leeds fan, you're not like, "Well, man, that was a cracking game that we lost."
How come we're not saying the same thing about Villa or Everton?
Oh, Villa's a much more responsible team.
Yeah, but how come we're not saying? Villa should be your second favorite team. If you have another team, it has to be Everton. Because look how the way they're playing now, it's Leeds United. Look where they're coming.
Should be Man United, most goals.
Bro, we scored, we beat them 6-2, and after the end of the game, they were still praising. They're like, you know what, it was for Leeds, brilliant performance. Bro, shut up.
Yeah, but do you want people to talk like that about us, like when we lose these games that are exciting? Like, it's not good enough. That's a mentality thing.
Yeah, but I didn't get it. I just don't get it. Like what? Oh, you withdrew 3 last minute. Well, but you know what? Man United should be your second favorite team because look at the way they came out firing. Then they copped 2.
United should be your favorite team.
Yeah, if they're not, then your parents did something wrong to you. Yeah, your parents went wrong somewhere. But okay, so blame them.
But anyways, look, Leeds are nothing. They're
fucking annoying. But anyways, look, that was the Leeds game. Look. Before we touch on the Merseyside derby, Manchester United 3, Newcastle 1. Look, we've struggled the last couple of weeks.
It's just good to get 3 points.
Just
comfortably as well. Not comfortably,
but it's annoying.
It like super.
It's so annoying, man. Like the last 2 games, right? You verse Everton, last minute we copped that goal. Like why? Like it just kind of ruins your week, kind of ruins the day. And then you're like, all right, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, let's bounce back. We got West Brom, like bottom of the league. Don't really have anything. Sam Allardyce does it again. And then, like, the thing was, it was 1-1 at half time. And, like,
yeah, but
the players not up for it.
A worldie.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, no one's up for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
The manager's not geeing them up at half time saying, hey, look, we win this game. We close the gap on City. City's got to play that game in hand. There's no G up from the manager. There's no G up from the players.
It's like we don't want to rush getting that first place, getting our trophy back. Because it's like, oh, like let's rebuild, like because we've been rebuilding forever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let's not win it yet though. Like we're not ready. We're not there yet. Like just pump the brakes a second. Next season we'll get
What are you building about?
Let's just get second.
X's.
Fuck, bro.
How many townhouses you building here?
God,
rebuild
get
after rebuild.
Yeah. Like, look, even the games that we don't cop that last minute equaliser, we get close to copping it. Like
we cop the first goal.
We definitely, yeah.
And that's like.
But
the stat, all right, United, every time we're down, every time we're losing away, it's always an away game where you're 1-0 down and then we come back and win. Great mentality to come back and win, fantastic. But
let's stop copping the fucking goals in the first place.
Like you're getting out of the tunnel and the first thing you do is you're getting the ball out of the net and kicking off for a second time in the space of a minute.
Yeah.
Like this is like we can look at the results. Yeah, we won. We had a great run, but then it's like we're conceding in the first minute every single time. And it's like we're conceding from set pieces. We cannot defend. Who is like to me, regardless what you think of the manager, right? You got to look at the coaching staff as well. Sometimes I do look at the coaching staff. I'm like, what's Carrick there for? Like, what does Carrick like? I'm not even being a smart ass. Yeah. I'm not even sure what he does. Like, what's his role at the club? Now they signed Lee Grant as a player coach for the goalkeepers. 30K a week. He's putting up the sign this morning. Did you see him?
Was it? Yeah.
He's putting up the what is the substitution sign?
I don't know what that was about. That's pretty weird. But what is he going to teach the Hale?
It's not about teaching him. I think it's just more putting him through drills and all that. I get it, I understand. But there's sometimes you got to question it. It's like, bro, you're not coming out for the corners. How about we look to come out for the corners?
Yeah.
Every game, you're not coming out for the corners. You're not demanding in the box.
What I'd be doing is being the keeper, like as the Hale in this all these air balls, going out and not looking to even get the ball.
Bro, you're gonna get the foul.
Look for a foul. Yeah,
you're gonna get the foul.
Just
Goalkeepers get the foul every time. The keeper's gonna get the foul.
Although we've had a couple of those against us this season too, with the Hale has been fouled and no VAR, no nothing, just the goal.
That was the Sheffield game, but you know what? No one made a big deal.
Couple times.
Yeah, but no one's made a big deal.
Mm.
If you make a big deal about it,
the fans should be. This is what. Not that I was not a. Yeah, not like when I played soccer, right? I'd be calling for absolutely everywhere. I'll make the ref hate you, but just break his balls every decision, especially when there's something that you could have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you a quick story. One day I had a game. This is just to show you, like, we had a corner and I took the corner, right? So there's a guy who's standing as close as he can to block the cross. This was the worst corner ever taken in the history of football. Like, I shanked it straight out. And I saw where the referee was standing, which was kind of directly behind the player, but further away. So I called it. I just put my hand. I go, ref, you know what I mean? Like, to make it maybe look like it came off him. I got the corner back. Like, just call for everything. Just do it. Man United were notorious for surrounding the referee every decision. We need to get back to that. And it surprises me that Ole doesn't draw that into his players because he was a Ferguson player. Yeah. He should know these things, man. And we were the most hated team for the right reasons. You know what I mean? And
yeah, but now
bring that back.
I think for a lot of the things now, because of VAR, you can't get away with it. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna check it anyways. But then it's like you can't be. Where you're gonna get to the bunker and you're gonna be like screaming in the VAR.
Getting right up there.
You know what I mean? Where is he, bro? It's like in another. Yeah, but it's in a bloody another. It's like in London or something.
Grab the ref's. It's actually no.
Yeah, it's not in the stadium.
What, they're not?
It's like the NRL. They have a bunker somewhere else, and they're just in the room.
You're telling me the bunker's not there?
No, it's not there. It's not at the stadium. No, it's not. But
shit.
This is the thing. So there's someone else is making a decision. So like, but still, you gotta make sure you call. So, sometimes you see things and you're like, how come you're not calling for that? There's a foul.
That's
the one against Maguire where we conceded against West Brom. The guy's hands was in his face. How come we're not? Like, don't play the game. Stop the game and go, nah, throw the toys out of the pram. Do you know what I mean? No, do you know when it's like, it's your ball and you're playing in the street and then you're losing, I'm taking the game's over.
I'm done, mate.
We're done, you know what I mean? It's one of them ones.
Playground.
That's it, and take your ball and that's it, game's over. You got to do one of them because it's like, you look at like the Maguire goal against Burnley or Villa where he scored and they disallowed it. And then for what? And then here, not even against Sheffield. The goal, bro, the referees, whoever the whole panel thing is, they even said we made a mistake. De Gea, it was a free kick on De Gea, and Martial's goal should have stood because Maguire didn't impede the goalkeeper. So we've dropped points there because of referee errors where you guys look at it. You have the screen to look at it. Yeah. So when you don't know the rules yourself or you don't know what you're choosing, it's like, I use that much under pressure that you're making the wrong call.
It just goes out the window.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. But look, let's go. This Newcastle game, we're finally getting to it.
Yeah.
But look, first half, dreadful in my opinion.
Yeah.
Very slow. I mean, like, it was literally Newcastle looked like we're going to score straight away again.
Surprised.
Yeah. I mean, even in the Europa League game, 2 minutes in, Bailly's making them. And this is the thing, yeah, like we everyone wants Bailly in, but he almost cost us a goal in the opening first minute.
Yeah.
We almost copped the goal in the Europa League because of his mistake. And he done 2 mistakes where they should have scored. And Maguire, I think, saved us on one of them. I can't remember what happened with the other one.
But it's like as long as someone's backing him up, like Maguire did there, like you're allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah, but bro, if that goes in, because if Maguire doesn't make the run and doesn't save his ass, we're 1-0 down, and then it's this whole thing about we need Bailly playing. He's made the mistake. They just didn't capitalize. If that was City, if that was Liverpool, like Salah's on the end of that, it's game over. They score. Yeah. These are the problems. We got it. Like, we keep blaming Lindelof for this, Maguire for that, but really, like, it's the whole backline.
Yeah,
no matter who you put in, bro. Like, we don't have the right combination of anyone. Like, who we putting in? We're still gonna make mistakes, bro. We're still like, I remember was it last season or start of this season? I don't even remember. Bailly comes on and like someone bombs it from halfway and he handballs it. It gives. Bro, remember that?
Who was it against?
It was against Bournemouth. So it was last season. We gave him a penalty, and he could have just let it run. There's no one around you, and like, see, just brain snaps from plays like this, man. It's like, I don't know what's happening. But United, we get the goal with Rashford. Another, then we concede again. Cop the goal because look, a lot of people are blaming Maguire, but I don't think he could have done much because he's coming in. He's just trying to flick it out. Right, so where are the players behind the other players that are standing around? Fred, everyone just late reactions. Everyone just reacting late.
It's structure. It's like
you know what it is? It's a whole. Everyone does this stupid zonal marking crap. Like I never get it.
But I don't mean structure like that. Zonal's not the way. But like just have a sense of where everybody is.
But
at that time. Yeah, but it's a little window to work with. But how could it be that hard? Like we never had these issues, but like a long time ago.
I didn't get it. Even with the like on corners, the zonal marking crap. Bro, just get two players on the front post, player on the back post, and bro, a lot of these goals don't go in like that. If you had Matic, let's just say someone like Matic in the back post there, he probably headers it out because De Gea doesn't. By the time he got to there, he didn't stand a chance. Yeah, it was too late. But if you already have someone standing there, then he can jump. He can maybe clear it.
It's like it's like it's too simple for such a big team to do.
But you know what I've noticed in the Premier League altogether, like a lot of teams just don't mark, and then like balls go in right in the corner there next to the post, and you're like, bro, just have a player there.
Yeah, just
that's where the ball goes. Just have a player there. But
I used to be there. I used to be the one, so I get a breather. Just lean on the post.
Lean on the post.
And you're helpful as well.
And you're in the that's it. So, but look, they get the goal 1-0. Second half, we get a goal with Danny James. Now,
great
I was
ball
surprised.
From Bruno.
Great ball, great assist by Bruno Fernandes. They're getting his stats up.
Yes,
He's
not the one stat padding. It's someone else doing it for him.
Someone else is stat padding for Bruno Fernandes. You know what I mean? Microscoping. Did he get a grass tip on it? Do you know what I mean? Assist. Gives the assist to Bruno.
But in all seriousness, great work from Matic there. He made that happen. A great turn with two players around him. Yeah. And James, look, to be honest, when I looked at the lineup, I was kind of like, why are we starting him when Greenwood's there? But look, he scored against Sociedad. He scored now again. But even before
it's good for his confidence, I guess. To be honest, like he's literally just a speed merchant. I don't think he has anything else in the locker. That's why he's giving the ball, man. He runs. He'll run down. He's good for the press.
You're a merchant.
I'm a merchant, man. You know, and but look, we ended up getting a penalty with Rashford again. A bit dodgy.
Yeah, I wouldn't have given that a penalty.
A bit dodgy. If
How
you look
light on
at
his feet is he? Come on, like
yeah, and the same thing, bro. Like Newcastle and Willock didn't even. No one's even in the referee's ear. Like, get up or whatever. No one's doing that.
Yeah.
So weird. Like if everyone just goes crazy in front of him, get up, goes to Rashford, you know, like people grab him by the shirts, lift him up, you diver, get up.
Your dog.
Your dog, you diving dog, get up. What's this, the Olympics? Get up. The referee might go over to the screen and like, you know, reverse it. Have a look at it at least. To me, it was soft. There was contact, but it wasn't enough contact. But you know, it wasn't like Salah throwing his, they doing these ones.
100%.
But
not that bad, thank God.
We end up getting the game. But what I'm happy, a positive to take out of this game, I was telling you off camera, it's like, we're 3-1 up, and we controlled the game. As in, instead of the best, you know, like they say, the best form of defense is attack. Don't give Newcastle the ball; they can't score, and that's what we did. We kept the ball, we passed it. We're very patient, trying to find the pockets. Got a few chances away, but every time we won the ball back, we just kept it, slowed the tempo of the game down. Yeah. We got a what's his name? 18-year-old, 17-year-old that came on.
What's his name? Shaw.
We're gonna sort out that name too, because let's go here. Get to the lineup. Yeah, so he's made a debut. Got a few touches on the ball.
Short tire. That's a
Shola short tire. So yeah, look, like doesn't even got a photo. You have to unlock the player. But look, it's good to see someone get a debut, even though I think Oli has put him on just for like make the fans happy.
But look, our bench has 4 academy players in there. That's pretty good. It's a good sign.
Not bad at all.
Five.
Diallo's there as well. Yeah. So he didn't come on, but we saw him against Sociedad. So look, it's good to slowly start bringing these players in. Quickly touch on Martial again.
What do you think, bro?
It's a hard one, man. It's a hard one. I know a lot of people want him out, want him sold. Let's get rid of him, sell him. But the thing is, do you really back the board to bring someone else in? I don't think so. Like if you're buying Haaland and you're like, all right, we'll give you cash and we'll send Martial over to you guys. No worries, make a swap deal. But do you know what though? In his general play, some of his runs kind of make sense. But then it's like for a striker, you should be making that run. Like it's a hard one for.
I just don't think that anyone is too scared to play him anymore. He had a bit of fear attached to his name, and I think that's completely gone. And bro, he's one of my favorite players on the squad. I really like Martial, but I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, if he doesn't lift this season, I'm not going to be too upset if they do decide to get rid of him.
I think Ollie's wanted him out for a while now. Since he's come in, I think Ollie has not wanted to sell him.
Not wanted to.
But I think he knows that he it's not the number 9 that he wants. That's why he was after Haaland. There's a reason why we got Cavani. There's a reason why we brought him in. We got Igalo. We got Igalo in. We're looking at Joshua King for a bit. Like there's a reason why Martial is just not the type of striker that Ollie wants.
And Ollie knows that, I think, man.
He knows that. So like, look, everyone's like, Martial should be benched. I kind of agree and disagree. If Cavani was playing, yes, Cavani should be starting. Yeah, I think. But then you gotta give Martial, like, he needs that goal. He needs that 1 or 2 goals.
But he's had those now.
But that's what I know. I just can't get going. I don't get it. But
look, the belief isn't there.
We can go on this forever. But look, Merseyside derby, Liverpool, we're the best fucking team, mate. 4 games at home in a row. Rattled FC, 2-0 to Everton. Everton have scored more open play goals at Anfield than Liverpool have in 2021. How do you like them apples? You know what I mean? I thought you guys were going to do a back-to-back. I thought it was going to be back-to-back. I thought it was going to be comfortable, dominant as well. Well, look, I was hearing all this chat about it's only Everton, 21 years, or they haven't beaten us at Anfield.
The only thing is, it's a shame the fans were there to see that one.
Don Carlo.
But look,
Don Carlo.
I think I said I knew they weren't going to go back to back Liverpool, but I didn't see this coming. Not this decline. It's incredibly drastic. It's night and day the team that they were last year to this year. Obviously, I know you're going to shudder when I say it, but they do have the injuries. But man, like they're rattled is giving them credit now at this point.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? Like you say, you touched on the injuries, right? The thing is for me, right? You can blame injuries. You can say and don't get me wrong, injuries is a big part. Not a big part. It's a part of why they're not where they are, where they should be, really, right? But if we go back to the Fulham game, do not tell me that team.
Yeah, I know.
Don't tell me it's injuries because you couldn't beat Fulham. Don't say that to me, bro.
No, that's what I mean. Just that.
Against West Brom, don't tell me it was because of injuries. Don't tell me Burnley. You guys were peppering him the whole game. You lost at home for the first time. With Salah on the bench. Oh, but we got injuries. Salah was on the bench. They look at the excuses now that we're using Salah. That team should be beating Burnley. It's end of story.
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't see this coming. I can't believe this.
And then you even look at it, right? You even look at it. It's like they weren't even conceding that many goals until they played City. So it's like, I know you don't have your midfield. Or what midfield do you play then? Tom, like Liverpool fans, what if you got a full squad? What midfield plays? Because you're playing Wijnaldum, Thiago, and then who else is usually for them?
Fabinho.
Yeah, but Fabinho, and now you got they were playing centre backs.
Yeah. But that's who they would be playing in midfield if they didn't have injuries.
Okay, so then what happens to Henderson? Henderson sits on the bench, so someone is not going to be playing anyways, bro.
Yeah. But it's
someone's not going to be playing.
It affects you.
We can't say, oh yeah, we're here because Donny van der Beek hasn't played, or Pogba's injured now. How can we not? We've lost these. Pogba hasn't been here since Everton, and he's come off. We ended up drawing that game. Drew to West Brom. What Pogba? Can we blame it on Pogba now? No one cares, bro. No one cares.
But we're also not going through what Liverpool's going through in that regard, and we have to be realistic.
Yeah, but at the same time, bro, the games that you. Tell me, okay, what's your excuse for Everton?
Both are right.
What's your excuse for when you played Villa? What? 7-2. What happened?
Yeah.
Van Dijk. Everyone's there. Oh, but Alisson wasn't there.
Yeah, I know.
But I thought you had the best midfield, best everything in the best front three. You should be scoring 8 if these guys are scoring 7. You can't get past Tyrone Mings.
Not good enough, bro.
But that's what I mean, bro.
But
I told you, it's not just that, bro. It's not just that.
But it's not just that. That's what I'm saying. It's
injuries plays a little part, but these guys are using that as the main excuse. It's not. All right, stop blaming the injuries. Have a look at your manager now. Start having a look at your board. We said it from the start. You come in, you won the Champions League. You got no one, 0 players coming in. Played that rock and roll football, heavy metal football. You won the league. Fantastic. What happened then? Yeah, what happened? You the champions of England. You got Thiago on a free, which is looking like he's costing you more than he's. Literally, it looks like he's costing you more than he's doing anything for you guys. Jota's come in. You decide your manager decided to play in a dead rubber against Michelin in the Champions League, where he didn't need to. He should have stayed home with his family, had a picnic, because you guys are through anyways. He gets injured for 2 or 3 months, and he was your best player. You're burning, bro. Against under 14s Villa, you put on your full strength team, and then you're looking at, we're burning out, we're doing this. Well, of course you're gonna burn out. You're not bringing in players. So all this, the rotation, your player, your squad depth, bro. You're telling me you're losing games, and you're bringing on Origi, and Shaqiri is now starting, trying to do something. You got rid of Minamino. You need players, but you're getting rid of players. I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? Look. And he's making a difference elsewhere. So you can use all these excuses, but it's just more. It's more than just the injuries.
Yeah.
Because other teams, Leicester, look at the injury list Leicester have. Players for a couple of months gone. 16 weeks, 16 games. Like we're in game week 20, 25. There's half their squad. Maybe 5 players gone for 16 games. Vardy, 8 games. Madison, 7 games.
Yeah.
So big name. Bro, look at Everton. You can play. Richarlison's been out. How many players have Digny's been out? Digne has been out for how long?
But Everton did suffer through that period as well. They
but they're not using the excuses where they are on the table because of their injuries. It is what it is. It happened. That's football.
But would you say that the injuries do, regardless of what people are saying?
Of course they do. But when you're Liverpool, you can't come out and every week blame the injuries. And then when you're losing to Southampton, you're blaming United for having more penalties.
Yeah,
Just shut up.
I agree with you. It's a combination of the lot. It's a combination of a lot, and it's when it rains, it pours. They're going through something bad. The decisions they're making are clearly under pressure have not been the right ones, and you know it's a big bad cocktail.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like you can look at results, and let's say the last 4. So they've lost. Like when they beat Tottenham 3-1, yeah. When they beat West Ham 3-1, and West Ham have been doing good.
West Ham weren't at that point just yet, though.
But no, they're still up there. West Ham was still up there. Yeah, they're still up there.
Did Moyes get COVID yet?
How come the injuries was no one mentioned the injuries there.
But look 2 games before.
You beat Tottenham, and okay, now we're back. Now we're a couple points. We're behind City. Maybe we can still do this. That was the talk. It wasn't talk about the injuries. It wasn't talk. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we won the game, but we still got injuries. The transfer window's open. Let's get players. Yeah. It was like, no, we're coming back.
I looked at that backwards. I thought that was from back in the day. That's what I said.
No.
Get COVID. Yeah, that's fair.
And then you got the West Ham game again. Like you didn't use any excuses for injuries. Then when you lost to Villa, and then let me have a look. All right, Van Dijk's gone from the next game.
From there.
But then you kept winning. You didn't lose. You didn't lose the game for a while.
They even drew to Man City.
You drew to Man
City. Smacked Leicester 3-0.
Yeah, so...
but then there's the fatigue. But this is where the decisions that
that's what I'm saying.
From there to there.
But that's what I'm saying. Look at your manager. Start questioning the manager. I'm not saying Klopp out. Klopp should not be... No. Let's get that. Like, I joke about it, yeah, but it's either you back him or Klopp. I reckon Klopp might even leave. Because if he's not getting back, you can't be in a situation where you're pretty much one of the best teams in the league over the last couple of seasons, and you're not backing the manager. Like, what's going on here? What's the goals now? If the goal was let's win the Premier League, and that's it, we've done it. We've got that monkey off our back, and now let's just participate, right? Which is, I don't know. Maybe Liverpool fans should just be humble with that one Premier League trophy that they always wanted, and now just kick back and enjoy the games like they have for the last 30 years. But they want more now. They're hungry for more. For me, they should have maybe sold one of their front three.
Yeah, we've
this
talked
season
about before. I disagree, but
they need. I don't know, bro. Look, the greatest teams who've gone on to do the greatest things have all sold their best players and use that money to rebuild and refreshen the squad every season. You don't tell me now, Mane. 6 months ago, you guys were telling me I was better than Ryan Giggs. Sit the fuck down. Yeah. Firmino, I'm starting to question if he's Brazilian. Yeah. He can join Fred because they need to be both investigated. I don't know if they're both Brazilians.
Fake passports.
They're frauds. These two frauds of Brazilian players need to be sussed out because I'm not saying much of him. I'm not saying much of Firmino, and someone needs to go. Someone needs to leave. If they don't make Champions League this season and they decide and then they lose, the only two that they'll lose was maybe Mane and Salah, because I don't see anyone buying Firmino at the moment. Then what? Now you're in trouble. But because you could have sold Salah for 150 million. No, you could have. They could have, right? Could have sold him and used that money now to buy some decent upcoming players to get him into your squad.
The only time where I agree that they should sell one of their main big players is if an offer like that comes in. You'd be absolutely stupid to say no. Yeah, but if you know what, if he was talking with some teams, you're saying there's some. Salah never does interviews, and there was one interview that he done speaking about his future, which was very funny because like he never does that. He never does any interviews. What do you know what he said about his future?
It's like it was something along the lines of I'll leave it up to the club to make that decision, blah, 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 as in to give him a new contract extension or whatever. I can't remember on top of my head, but
yeah, fair enough.
That's what they need to do. And now it's looking like some of the players are not like, they've lost that winning mentality, or some of them are like just that, because they've only lost like a couple of games in the last couple of seasons, it's like now we're losing.
It's so dramatic.
That's what I mean. And like, and that's what, this is what I said. This is what I said about Klopp. Klopp never had a plan B, and all you guys can say, "Oh yeah, he did." Like, what player has Klopp improved? Like, I don't see any improvement since last season.
There's no improvement.
That's what I mean.
To me, there's no improving from last season either, though. Like it's not realistic. But again, that doesn't mean it's okay to be shitter. It's not. You have to fight for what you
as a manager, you have to try keep them to them standards at least.
But yeah, 100%. Like I said, I was expecting a decline, not this decline. This is out. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I'm happy, but looking at these players and how they're responding, they're almost like sore losers. They really are. And when you get used to winning so often, the mentality isn't in keeping winning. It's coming back when you lose. That's what champions do. Actually, you know what I mean. And these guys aren't doing that. Klopp's losing his mind. He's had. We're talking about Lingard personal stuff. He's got his personal stuff. That's fair.
Yeah, but that's I understand. And look, this is where like the Premier League has to take a good look at themselves as well. Obviously, his mum passed away.
Yep.
And you're not just because you're the manager of Liverpool doesn't mean he's not allowed to go. I don't know what the restrictions are with
his mum live in England.
No, she in Germany.
That's not the Premier League, right? That must be the government not being at.
But that's what I mean. I don't know what the whole thing is. I don't know if there's a thing with the managers because sometimes the Premier League won't let you go. Yes, remember when they played the last season? They played in the Club World Cup.
Yeah,
and there wasn't Klopp in that Saudi Arabia for the cup, and then they had to come. He had to fly back for the game against Villa. They played Villa as well, where they had to fill in like a weaker squad.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the fixtures should still go ahead despite someone's personal life, what happened. But surely, like
but they made him fly to go
to manage the team.
Yeah, I just don't get.
Yeah, but that's because there's no reason.
But I think there is some sort of. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if they get forced to. I was watching a podcast with Rio Ferdinand and he was talking about it, and yeah, I don't know what the go is, but if he's got personal stuff, let him have a break. How many times
bro? It's only the club that's
you seen Rafa Benitez when I think he might have been at Liverpool where something happened with him. I think maybe it's the same thing with his mum.
Yeah,
and he had time off. You got to give people a human. Managers, players are human. You got to give them the time off. But
who's going to tell me I can't? If the government says
I don't know.
If you're not allowed in the country, all right. The world is fucked up at the moment, and it's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, but regardless of that, okay, you can't fly over, but give him the time off. Whether it's the FA, whether it's Liverpool, the club itself,
but do you think
give him the time off?
Do you think? Because Klopp doesn't strike me as a guy who would want time off in a time like
this.
Well,
that's what I mean. But then if it's his decision, then it's no excuse.
Yeah, 100%.
It's no excuse. But then that's why you got other coaches and managers. You got Van Dijk looking like he's coming back. Maybe not this season, but he looks like he's in the gym. He's doing his rehab.
You reckon he won't be back yet this season?
I don't see it happening.
He'll see the back end.
I don't see that. I don't know. I don't see it happening. I wouldn't risk it for what if
wouldn't have another injury though.
Yeah, but like you got him back into the changing room. I think he was there for one of the games as well. So you got players there that are winners. They with a good mentality, but it all starts from the manager, man. And sometimes you got to give a stick to Jurgen Klopp, but you got to give credit to Everton.
Good win. Good on them.
Good win. I mean, they've been up and down too, man. Like
definitely.
That game against City, where I thought, just give us more.
They were in it, and then they just stopped.
Yeah, it was annoying. What do you do?
It's frustrating.
But that's.
But at least they got the job done this time, and it meant a lot. You seen Duncan Ferguson.
He loves it, eh?
Happy. Well, I mean,
he loves it.
But he's a legit.
Do you see Everton and Tottenham in the cup game? Their scoring was like 5-4, and then what's his name? Ancelotti just sipping his tea,
kick back, bro.
Kicking back. No, not interested in these little cup games. Now he wants the league. He wants some European football.
He's just not.
And and you got they can still make it. They got a game in hand, which puts them in front of Liverpool, equal with Chelsea. So they'll be in 6. Chelsea better goal difference there. Mm-hmm. But Liverpool could be dropping down to 7th and maybe 8th if Villa win their 2 games.
Villa's played the least in the top 10.
Yeah, so do you know what I mean? If Villa win them 2 games that they got in hand, they go in front of Liverpool. If Everton win their game in hand, they go in front of Liverpool.
Let's take a look at the top 5 for the next matches. Again, this happened a couple of weeks ago. Every single top 5 team has a massive game.
Yeah,
every single one, bro. That's beautiful to see.
So you got Man City this week up against West Ham. You never know. You never know. You know what?
You never know.
Like, I know it's 10 points. You know, I know it's 10 points.
Yeah.
I don't see Guardiola and Manchester City dropping 10 points, even 11, whatever, for United or Leicester, let's just say, to get in front. I don't see it happening.
But
no one sees it happening.
But it could happen.
But it's sport.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, we've seen some fucked up shit happen. Remember the Australian guy in the Olympics, dead last in his little, what's that called? The little ice skating thing.
Skating.
What's his name, bro? Oh, I forgot his name. Oh, what a legend. I don't know. What a legend.
I can't remember his name.
And he's just doing these ones, just kicking back, and then the front three, challenging. Everyone collects each other, and this guy just cruises through and wins gold. Doesn't even deserve it. You know what I mean? Like when you don't deserve it and you're just taking it. That's fraud.
He must
fraud.
be like,
biggest fraud in Olympic sport, bro.
That doesn't happen to a bad person. That must be a good bloke there. You know.
Well,
just
hey, look,
what he deserves.
Rashford is feeding the kids.
Yeah, that's true.
So the football gods.
That was the penalty. That was the penalty they gave.
Yeah, but it needs to be, that needs to be translated into trophies. So maybe the 10 points somehow, somewhere we can.
Instead, England win the Euros. That's what
fuck. But yeah, look, City, West Ham, United got a big game against Chelsea. United have a one against the so-called Big Six teams away, or at all. Sorry, not away at all this season.
We need to do it, bro.
And we need to happen. Leicester, massive game. Leicester and Arsenal. Hope Arsenal can do something. Let's go, Arsenal. We're supporting them this week. Like we said, West Ham and West Ham City, Chelsea, United, Liverpool should bounce back this week. Okay, look. If Liverpool don't beat Sheffield this week, Klopp has to go.
No.
Klopp, if you do not beat, like, bro.
For 5 losses straight, all right, that's... Yeah. I see one on Mourinho, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Mourinho has to go too. They just can't afford to pay it's like 30 million to get rid of him. But any other big games, I think there might be... There's one more game tomorrow, so we've got Brighton and what do you call
Palace.
it? Brighton Palace.
Palachi.
And then is there another one? Leeds are playing again as well. Leeds are playing Southampton, so that's to wrap up the week.
Southampton have in that game.
Yeah, they should.
Look, it was a decent week of football.
Another decent week. I mean, it's interesting. Ups and downs in every single game, every week, once again. I mean...
City's kind of ruining it by running away with it, but apart from that, it's such a hectic table this year.
It will be interesting to see I think they got Champions League this week. Once they start progressing further into the Champions League, maybe they start looking to rest players if they think. Look, to be honest, I think by the end of the season, I don't think City will have run away with it. I think they already. Let's just say they'll be 15 points clear by the time they win the league. But then by the time the thing finishes, I think the gap will be closed. Yeah, not like they need it. I mean,
I'd definitely take my foot off the gas if I've already won.
Because they want Champions League. Yeah,
that'll be the one that got away if Guardiola leaves the club without that trophy.
The fuck thing is, next year when Messi comes, it's over after 10 games.
You reckon though?
He's hating life there.
Oh, like he'll definitely
we'll go City.
It's crazy. Actually, I do want him to go to City though. I want to see that. That's crazy. Bring him to City and maybe we'll get Ronaldo back.
Nah. That ship is sailed. Anyways, guys,
Daniel James, right?
Nah, he's serious prospect. Bring back Lingard in that wide right. Come on. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. It has been a long podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also that like button as well. I see about 80% of you who are watching are not subscribed. Stop being a fucking dickhead.
Are you serious?
Stop being a fucking dickhead and just hit that. It's free. I'm not charging ya. Seba will give you the free discount code for the OnlyFans, right? When we win the league. unlike all of that. But hit that subscribe button, guys. Once again, thanks for watching. And we'll see you next week.